Hi and welcome. We are going to take a look at Theme by Thomas Attwood, and this video is made for Daniel. Good luck with learning this piece, Daniel. Thomas Attwood, his dates are apparently 1765 to 1838. So that makes him a classical composer. He's actually lived on into what we call the Romantic period, but his music is in the classical style. Same period as Mozart and Haydn. And this is very, very typical of that style of music. We've got an elegant, sophisticated, elegant, quite simple melody in the right hand with chords in the left hand. And the chords are sort of broken up into that pattern, that particular pattern. It's so common, it has a name, it's called an Alberti Bass, after somebody called it Alberti. And that was very much the style of the classical period. And the music sounds quite restrained and courtly. Is that the right word? Probably not. Let's now tuck in. We can see that the music we have a first bit, the first 8 bars. And those first 8 bars seem to reappear again at the end, don't they? And then we have a middle section, also 8 bars from bar 9 to 16. So it's like it's got a first bit A, then a second bit B, and then we nip back to a bit of A, the A ideas at the end. What key are we in? Well, we've got 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. That tells us we are in the scale, in the key of D major. I'm sure you were there already. So first of all, let me just play it through, and then we'll go through it slowly with hands separately and see what's going on. The recommended speed, and it's in square brackets, isn't it? So that tells us it's only a suggestion from the editor. It's nothing to do with Mr. Attwood. But the recommended speed is 108. Andante is a walking pace, and that sounds like quite a brisk walking pace. Should we just hear it through? But I won't play the repeats, which you wouldn't in the exam either. So dum, 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 dum. Now let's break it into hands separately and go through a bit more steadily as well. Let's start with the tune in the right hand. So we want that 4th finger on the D to start. That's great because it puts our thumb on the A. And the first phrase is forte and staccato. 1, 2. So staccato doesn't mean accent, does it? It's not like that, but we do have to just make sure the notes are separated one from another. But hold on to that one, that A, and then we scoot up to the F sharp, and then smooth. That's really, really smooth at the end, isn't it? Shall I repeat it for now? Hold on to that one. Find those are short, but these are smoother. There are actually 2 separate phrases there. So you could separate them slightly, but I wouldn't overdo that or worry about it too much either. Let's keep going with the right hand. The most striking thing is it's now going to be piano. We want some contrast. If we play always at the same dynamic, the same loudness or softness, it's going to get a bit dull after a while. So this is our chance to show off if we can play quiet. It doesn't say staccato, but I'm hearing them as not really, really smooth. And of course they're it's the same note repeated, so we have to lift off and play it again anyway, don't we? So there's going to be a tiny gap. Smooth. Poco rit is poco, small amount, rit, ritardando, slow down a little bit. That was probably a bit too much, but you get the idea. And then the rest of it we already know, because it's absolutely identical to the bit earlier on. Let's have a look at the left hand now. So this is this Alberti Bass pattern. If you take any chord, here's a D major chord, and if you play bottom, top, not too low in my register, a bottom, top, middle, top, bottom, top, middle, top, that shape is an Alberti Bass. Doesn't matter what the chord is, that boom, 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 boom is what makes an Alberti Bass. Let's have a listen. Nice and smooth here in the left hand, and that's on a D chord to start with, isn't it? Sorry, my COVID fringe is annoying me. I notice I'm linking them all up. I'm not trying to do... I think that would make it far too bitty. Nice and even. Big stretch here. Oh my gosh, that's an octave. With my sized hands, that's very comfortable and straightforward. If you've got smaller hands, that's going to be trickier. Just leap up and ooh. That sounds a bit chromatic, doesn't it? Staccato. That at the end is what we might call an arpeggio. That is waiting for you at grade 2. I'm going to march straight on. Second half. Of course it's quieter, so we're going to accompany quieter as well. It says fifth, which is fine and dandy, it does work, but it then means we've got to move everything except from the thumb in a moment. If we start with fourth, we've sort of got everything lined up slightly better. So try fourth on the A if you like to. Again, really smooth. Notice my hand doesn't need to move there at all. Nice and easy. If I had done the fifth, just watch my hand. I've got to now shift. Perfectly doable. Bother. And the last bit we already know. Of course, the very last bar isn't that, it's that, but I'm sure we can do that easily enough. Now, when we put both hands together, the difficulty will be at the first 4 bars. I'm meant to be doing staccato with this hand and legato with that hand, and that is going to be tricky. So let's give it a try. I would be tempted to overdo that hand thing lifting off the piano just to make the point, to make my brain really think about it. And if that seems comfortable, then playing it as it ought to be will be so much easier. Let's keep going. Actually a huge amount in those 4 bars, because we start off with staccato here. Now they're both legato. It's a very pretty bit, that, isn't it? One hand going down while the other comes up. Works really well. And And now that hand is staccato while the right hand was legato. Holding on to the D there at the end. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Let's go do those 4 bars. Definitely drill that nice and steadily. Perhaps just a small chunk I might do, just to get that leap. Okay, now let's go to the next beat. Let's go to the excuse me, the beginning of bar 7 now. Gradually build it up like that. It's a great way to practice. I do it all the time. Honest, I do. The second half. I didn't do my 4th finger thing, did I? Slight slowing down there before. Stretch up. Ending gracefully on unison D at the end, 2 Ds and 1 E in each hand. It's a wonderful piece. It's a theme, part of a bigger piece by Thomas Attwood, and afterwards the other bits of this piece, he takes the same theme, the same tune, and then he does clever things with it. But our fingers need to be a bit more nimble to play the rest of it. Do take a look at it and perhaps have a go at trying to play it. Good fun piece. Daniel, I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions on this piece or any of the others you're learning, don't hesitate to get in touch. Take care. Bye-bye for now.